Give it up, old man!
May 17th, 2021 marks the 10th anniversary of LA Noire. When I think back to the Xbox 360 days, this is one of the top 5 games that instantly comes to mind. I remember when this game first came out, I was 13 years old and I didn't have my own Xbox 360 at the time, but my brother had one and he got this game, and he pitched it to me very simply as, imagine GTA except you're playing as the cop, to which I thought, that could be interesting. Turns out my brother really undersold the game for me, because just calling LA Noire GTA except you are playing as the cop is like saying Red Dead is just a Wild West GTA. It severely undercuts it. Being the impatient 13-year-old that I was, and after my brother saying it's like GTA except you're playing as the cop, I was expecting a full-on action-packed adventure where you're a copper, chasing down bad guys, constant shootouts and car chases, proper action and shit, as Danny Butterman says in Hot Fuzz. But like Nicholas Angel says in response to Danny, police work is not about proper action or shit. The opening level of this game perfectly sets up what you're in for. You're Cole Phelps, you're a copper in the LAPD in 1947 Los Angeles. At this point you're a beat cop, you're on the patrol, and you go to this crime scene because these detectives want you to look for the evidence because they're lazy pieces of crap. And you're going around, you're looking for evidence, you get the little jingles, you're picking stuff up, examining it, and eventually you find the gun on the rooftop. Then you go to the gun shop to trace the serial number and find out who bought the thing. Then you find out the address of the guy who bought it, you drive to that address, confront the guy, and you really start to see, okay, I'm piecing the evidence together here. And it just sets up the game perfectly. Like I said, you're looking for evidence, you find the evidence, and then you confront the suspect. It doesn't get into the interrogation part, that's the last tutorial mission. That's where you really have to use the evidence that you found at the crime scene to succeed in your interrogations and get a confession from the criminal. And I was thinking about this before doing this video, and I came to the conclusion that LA Noire might just have been the thing that kickstarted my love for the mystery genre. I can't think of a film, TV show, or a video game that I watched or played before LA Noire that really pulled me into a mystery like this. And since LA Noire is a video game and you're the one in the driver's seat at those crime scenes, following the evidence, following the paper trail, it must have been the thing that jump-started my love of the murder mystery or mystery genre for me, because ever since then I've just found myself loving all sorts of different stuff in the mystery genre, in films, TV shows, video games that have bits of mystery in there. Any form of entertainment that involves a character or characters following evidence, following paper trails, and trying to find out who's accountable and who's guilty of whatever crime has happened. I love that stuff, and LA Noire might just be my favourite mystery piece of entertainment in general. Again, because it's a video game, you're the one actually investigating these mysteries and crimes. And the actual crimes and mysteries that you're investigating in the game are interesting and engaging. You want to find out who's responsible, you want to find out who killed Celine Henry, you want to find out if Adrian Black is actually dead or not, you want to find out who's behind this army surplus morphine hitting the streets, you want to find out if Elysian Fields Development are purposely burning down houses just to set up for a new motorway. Now, as much as I love this game, I recognise and completely accept the fact that it's not for everybody. Some people will play this game and they'll find it so boring and they just won't get through it. And I'll understand why, because there are parts where it can seem a little cutscene heavy, and the action portions of the game, the car chases and the shootouts, are quite spread apart, so some people will just be getting really impatient and just wanting to start shoot some stuff, so then they'll just turn the game off and go play GTA instead. So you can't casually play LA Noire, you have to want to be invested to play it. Some people just won't want that kind of video game experience. I totally get it. But if you want an engrossing, cinematic and compelling drama, mystery thriller with some action bits in it, you can't really do much better than LA Noire, in my opinion. The crimes that you investigate, again, they're entertaining, they're engaging, and they're memorable. There are some interrogation questions early on in the game that I still remember the answers to because I've just played the game that many times. Also, the time period is captured extremely well, with the aesthetic of the buildings and the cars and the clothing that people wear, the music and the adverts that you hear on the radio stations when you're driving around. Also, the musical score by Andrew and Simon Hale is one of my favourite video game musical scores of all time. I find myself listening to it every now and again. The jazzy stuff in there, the music when you're investigating the crime scenes, the main theme during the opening credits, all of it is just jazzy, noirish, seedy awesomeness. LA Noire is a fantastic game. It's one of my favourites from the Xbox 360 days, and I was very surprised when they announced the PS4 remaster back in 2017. I bought that shit again, I played that shit again, and that shit is still awesome. And I wouldn't mind if Rockstar made a sequel at some point. I know they want the big online cash cows nowadays, but come on, you can make another single player only game, Rockstar. So just give us LA Noire 2 at some point, please. Thanks very much for watching as always, guys. What are your thoughts on LA Noire? What are your memories with the game? Do you want to see a sequel? Have you never played LA Noire in its 10-year existence? If not, I highly recommend doing so, if you couldn't tell by the tone of this video. Whatever your thoughts are, let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you whenever I see you.